Hello everyone, and then welcome to another video. Okay, so in this video we'll be talking about setting or solving question on some complex circuit problems. Okay, so in this question you can notice that this circuit looks a bit complicated. Okay, so we'll try break stuff down so that you get to understand and then find the respective answer to this question. Okay, so without much ado, let's dive right into this video. But before that, kindly subscribe. Okay, kindly subscribe and hit on the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any uploaded video. Like the video so that it gets pushed to other students who might need this video, and then share and then leave your questions in the comment section, and then I'll reply to them as soon as possible. Okay, so let's dive right into this video. Right, so this question, as I stated earlier, looks a bit complicated, but we'll try make things simple. Okay, so let's try solve this question. So first we have to find what the voltage. Okay, so we have to find the voltage value for this voltage and then find the what value for this resistor. Okay, so now let's proceed. So first we have to introduce our current. Okay, so let's say we have a certain current moving in this direction I. Okay, kindly pay close attention to this portion. Okay, it's very important. Okay, so now this current will move to this point and then meet this point. Okay, that's the junction, and then it will split up. So we have what I1 and then we have a certain I2. Okay, right, so this current will then move and then gets to this point. Okay, but we already know that this current is what I3. Okay, so once this current reaches this junction, okay, we have what I1 gets to this junction, I2 is leaving this junction. Okay, so most definitely the current moving in this direction will be what I1 minus what I3. Okay, right, so let me rewrite that. Looks a bit faint. Okay, right, so we have I1 minus I3 because this is entering this junction. I1 is entering the junction, I3 is leaving the junction. Okay, so we have what I1 minus I3. Okay, and then we proceed. So we notice that there's what I3 is entering this junction, I2 is also entering this junction. So we have what 2 plus I3. Okay, and then we have what I1 minus I2 is entering this junction, I2 plus I3 is also entering this junction. So we will end up with what a current in this part of the circuit to be what I1 plus I2. Okay, means that I3 will cancel I3 out. Okay, so now let's proceed. And then the good side about this question is that we were given I1. Okay, I1 to be 1 amps. Okay, and then we were given I2. Okay, 3 amps. Okay, and then we are given a certain I3. Okay, I3 to be what 1 minus 1 amps. Okay, means that it's moving in the opposite direction. And then we have what I4. Okay, to be equal to what 2 amps. Okay, so in case you don't know I4, this is our I4. Okay, so I1 minus I3 is equal to our what I4. So now let's proceed to find what our I value. Okay, note that this I is the main current flowing through the circuit, so it goes through the circuit, it splits up, and then we employ what KIRCHHOFF'S current law, and then it comes out to this point. So it means that this I is equal to I1 plus I2. Okay, so we know that I is equal to what I1 plus what I2. Okay, and then we know I1 and then we know I2, so we have what that's 1 plus what 3, giving us what 4 amps. Okay, right, let's proceed. Okay, so now we have to find what now we can find our what voltage. Okay, we can find our voltage. Okay, so now we know the entire respective currents flowing through this circuit, so we can find our what voltage. Okay, so let's try finding our what voltage. Now in order to find your voltage, we need to what choose a loop. Okay, we need to choose a loop. So let's choose a loop. So let's say we use loop A, okay, A H, okay, I J, okay, follow attentively, I J D C B A, okay, that's the loop we are choosing. Okay, so this is a Kirchhoff question. Okay, so we are employing Kirchhoff to solve this question. So we have what? A H I J D C B A. Okay, so let's redraw that portion of the circuit. So we have what? That's okay, certain resistor, okay, and then it moves upwards to this point. Okay, we have a certain I over here, so we just ignore that. Okay, and then we draw that. Okay, then it meets at this point. Okay, so we are trying to find out our V. Okay, so this is our V, and then we have a certain 1 ohm resistor, 8 ohm resistor, and then we have what? 6 ohm resistor. Okay, so this is from what? Loop. Okay, so for the loop, let me rewrite the loop again. We chose loop A H, okay, I J D C B A. Okay, that's the loop. So we have A, B over here, and then we have a C over here. So let's write that. We have D, okay, I J I H, okay, so J certain I, and then we have H. Okay, so this is how we took the loop. So we took the loop from A H I J D C B A. Okay, so now let's insert our current. Okay, we have the main current I coming through. Okay, and then you know that this portion is our what? I1. Okay, and then we know that this is most definitely I4. Okay, I4, and then we know that I4 is the same I1 minus what? I3. Okay, keep that in mind. Now let's try simplifying this question. Okay, so we know that V equals IR. Okay, this is from what? Ohm's law. Okay, so let's do that for the entire circuit. Okay, so from here, okay, this current is moving in this direction. Okay, so that's the positive direction. So we have what? Our main V is equal to what? The current over here. So we have what? 1 ohm multiplying what? I, okay, plus, again, it's moving in the positive direction. So we have what? 8 multiplying what? I1, okay, that's this point, and then we have what? Plus 6 multiplying what? I4. Okay, now let's insert our what? Currents. Okay, the value for our currents. Okay, so you know that I is what? 4. Okay, so we have 1 multiplying 4, okay, plus 8, and then you know that I1 is what? 1 amps, okay, or amperes, and then we have what? 6 multiplying I4. You know that I4 is what? 2. Okay, over here. So you know that I4 is 2. Okay, so you have 2 over here, and then let's see our value for V. So our value for V will be what? 24 volts. Okay, so this will be our value for V. So now let's try. We are done with what? Our V, that's what? 24 volts. So let's try find out R. Okay, for R, to determine R, we need to choose another loop. Okay, so for R we choose another loop. So let's choose another loop. So let's choose loop A G F E D C B A. Okay, let's take a look at the loop again. This is the loop we are choosing. Okay, we are choosing loop A G, okay, A G F E, okay, F E D C B A. So we are choosing this loop. Okay, this loop, this entire loop. Okay, so let's redraw that and then proceed from there. So we have what? Okay, so after redrawing the circuit, this is how the circuit will look like. Okay, so we know that our I, this is our main I. Okay, we know I to be equal to what? 4 amps, and then we know the current flowing through the 2 ohm okay, that's I2 being what, 3 amps, okay, and then we have to find what, this R, okay. Yes, we have to find this R. So let's see how we go about this question. Okay, so now we know to choose the loop. Okay, we know that the V was now 24 volts. Okay, this is our V, 24 volts. So now let's try solving this question. Okay, so this is the same as what, 24 being equal to, we use the same principle. Okay, so we have what, 4 multiplying by the 1 ohm, okay, and then plus, we know that we are moving in the positive direction. Okay, moving in this direction. Okay, in the positive direction. So we have what, 4 multiplying by the 1 ohm, okay, these are 1 ohm, right, and then move on to what, 3 multiplying by what, this 2 ohm, okay, and then we have plus 2 multiplying by what, this R. Okay, now once we make this the subject, R the subject, so let's proceed. So we have 24 equals what, 4 plus, this will give us what, 6, and then plus what, 2R. Okay, so we have 24 giving us what, 10 plus 2R. Okay, these are 2R. So let's proceed. So we have what, 24 minus 10. You can, once you get to this point, okay, once you get to this point, you can just use a calculator to punch your final answer. You get the exact value for R, but I'm trying to break the algebra down. Okay, so you have 2R, and then from here you can just do the simple calculation, and then you end up with what, your R being what, 7 ohms. Okay, right, so from here you can just do your simple calculation and then end up with what, R being 7 ohms. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this question. Okay, so in case you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe so that you don't miss out on any uploaded tutorial video. Like the video so that it gets pushed to other students, and then let me know your questions in the comment section below. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.